And we're back. Welcome to BroSwan Gaming.
Episode 2.
I'm Bro.
I'm Swan.
Alright. So as you can see, because the last episode, maybe wasn't exciting enough. YouTube these days is all about excitement. We've got a nice big old brawl set up, and I want to do one more thing while we're here to make it a little more nuts.
What are you doing?
The standard.
Don't mess with the launch rate.
Oh, come on, man! It makes it so exciting.
All right, whatever.
We'll do one like this, and then we'll get back to normal.
Yeah, all right.
It'll be a quick match. I mean, we're Ike Ganondorf. We're built for matches like this.
Are we?
I hope so. Maybe not.
And for those of you watching from the previous episode, last episode I was player 2. Now I am player 1 because I did this while Brody over there was setting up the next recording session. So, yeah, it's a little faster on the draw. So I'm player 1 now, rightfully so. I have the gamepad. Let's not do random on this, just because we're not doing.
Just do big battlefield.
Not doing that.
Or we can do temple, either one.
Yeah, big battlefield.
That's a good standard map. It's gonna be cluster, but it'll be alright.
It'll be alright.
Alright, let's go.
Have you played this game?
Oh my gosh! This was such a bad idea. Why? Oh my gosh!
I can't even land. There's so many of them.
All right. Counter. Hey, counter. All right. I got my feedback on me. Okay. Wow. This may have not been a good idea.
Oh, you think?
It's possible. All right, let's just. All right. Let's just calm down. Calm down.
I'm trying to get down
And just calm down. Oh man, his B move, his B smashes.
Are they all B smashes?
So when you say his smash move, that's the B moves.
Right.
Press B to do it. But
So they're all
like it's just his regular B, like without the direction.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oop, that's it for me. Alright.
Right.
You got this.
No, well, maybe not. No.
So, like I said, let's not do the 2 times launch, maybe?
Yeah, I kind of didn't account for the fact that they're all level 7. I was like, yeah, we've done this before. Which we have with nothing but Ikes. And, well, that was also
And on
free for all.
on your favorite map that I absolutely hate playing on because it's too gigantic.
No, that was, we did it on the Donkey Kong map, remember? Because, yeah, Donkey Kong was all over the place. Alright, so let's go ahead and take this down.
It's almost like I said it was going to be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Ready to fight?
Yeah.
Do that one again, or let's do Luigi's Mansion. That's fun.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. My favorite thing about Luigi's Mansion, especially with Ike, is you can just slap people around and they can't go anywhere. I mean, the objective of the game is obviously to get people to go somewhere, but it's fun to just kind of... Nope, go.
I'm really missing having a counter right now.
Yeah, the counter move.
Yep. I usually play characters with counters.
Yeah, it's always a nice thing to have. So, quick kind of, I guess, background for us.
Oh, jeez.
Because I feel like we haven't really, I mean, this is episode 2, but still we haven't really, said anything about ourselves. We're coming out of Memphis, Tennessee, lovely city.
Hey, don't do that now.
Yeah, no, like, all jokes aside, I really do like Memphis. It's so easy to joke about, and a lot of people not from Memphis do that. It's kind of one of those things, like, where you have to be from Memphis to joke about Memphis. But, no, it's a really nice city. I really like it.
Yeah, if you don't joke about it, then, or if you're not from here, then
It's like
We'll mess you up.
yeah, somebody from Nashville. I was with a friend. We're both Memphians. Somebody from Nashville. We were seeing a Star Wars movie. Somebody from Nashville was like, you know, they were like, oh yeah, we were going through the wrong neighborhood in Memphis, and we just had that that family vacation moment of roll them up. And me and the guy just looked at each other, and afterwards he was like, dude, I was about to punch that guy in the face. But yeah, so we're coming out of Memphis. You know, we're both pretty big into video games. I'd say you more so than me for sure.
You think so?
I do. So I'm really into like, you know, I guess like, you know, I repair electronics a lot, but so I'm more into like the build of the game consoles, and like I don't play them as much, I guess.
That's fair.
I mean, there's a reason we're doing this here, because y'all have every console.
Okay, yeah, fair point. Oh, Jigglypuff.
But I for sure love video games.
Oh, jeez, I'm out.
Big part of what I do.
These level 7s are maybe a little too intense for 6 of them.
Yeah.
Although you got a good chunk right there.
You know, no biggie. You know, I brag, but as soon as I mess up, I'm just gonna be done for. I'm on one life. Oh, I almost got him. I had that big old swing coming back down. Alright, so we're learning our lesson slowly. We're not the best at
Let's drop them down to 6, you think?
I'd say 5. We had our hands kind of full with level 5s before. But you know, so been playing video games since, you know, I'd say probably 98 when I was 2. No biggie. Yeah, I'm
Get my counter back.
nice. Let's see, we're gonna take these down. 5.
I should probably help with that. Oops. Yeah, that's one way to do it. Just turn them off completely. Oh, if you like reset it. Oh, never mind. There we go.
All right.
So been gaming since you were 2, huh?
Yeah, no biggie. No, I'm not sure what age I was. It was when the N64 was kind of new. I remember my brother got an N64 for Christmas, and we tore that up. Majora's Mask, Super Smash Bros. You know, despite what others may think of Majora's Mask, I realize the majority loves it. But despite what others may think, I really like that. That's my childhood game.
It's a popular one to hate on.
Yeah, it was my childhood game. Like I've got you know, Majora's Mask hanging in my room. It's hard to sleep sometimes looking at it, but you know,
There's a fun story behind that mask too.
oh yeah. I'm not gonna give out any names, but it did take me you know, about a year to get it. It's supposed to take a couple weeks, but it took a year. No biggie though. Well, I got it. That's what matters. You know, I'm not gonna go fight the guy over that. I was wanting to at some point, but you know, reason will prevail. Oh man, this is a big map. Whoa, man, I am not used to this map.
Yeah, it's a little bigger than I remembered it being. Do you know what series this is from?
I'm Pikmin.
That would be crazy if Pikmin was set in the Xenoblade world. But no, this is
Xenoblade.
This is the first area you enter in Xenoblade Chronicles.
Okay.
After the kind of tutorial level. I mean, the whole like first half of the game is basically a tutorial. But
Yeah.
this is the first open world segment.
Generally, when I see like kind of strange, earthy type feel, I generally think Pikmin. Yeah.
No, that's fair.
Oh no.
Innocent
There's
looking
no
game
ground
on the
there.
surface, but it's a little screwed up when you read the history of it.
Pikmin.
Yeah.
So like what?
Like apparently, I mean, it's been a long time since I played any Pikmin games, but the
Oh,
planet,
gosh.
that the Pikmin are on is either Earth or was an Earth like colony planet.
Yeah.
Which is why you see in like the background of everywhere these Earth-like objects like pens and apples and stuff like that. But if you notice, they're all gigantic, right?
Yeah.
So Olimar, the captain you play as, is not human, right? He's some tiny dwarf thing. So we're looking at a post-apocalyptic abandonment of humanity.
Yeah.
And so it's sort of one of those things where you're like, Pikmin is a cute little game with the little dude and the little dudes that he throws around and whatever. But in the end, he's basically arriving at a pristine wilderness, recovering from an apocalyptic event, and enslaves the entire population. So
nice.
Yeah.
That's way deeper than I thought that game was. Yeah. Because, like you said, on the surface, it just looks like this happy kind of
game. That's, it's classic Nintendo. I don't think that's it. Is that a Nintendo first-party title? Either way, the people they get to make games for them, it's usually a case of focus on the gameplay first, and the depth will be hidden in the details.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
They are all on you.
Yeah. Because it's easy.
A lot of damage.
Speaking of doing a lot of damage, I just deleted Peach off the map. What would you say your kind of background with video games is? Just a big fan?
I don't know, really. That's kind of a hard question.
Because we ask the hard-hitting questions here.
Yeah, we don't pull any punches here at BS games.
We could only say our questions are BS.
Or we BS our answers. Story of my life.
Maybe both.
Yeah, so I'm a 90s kid,
Oh, yeah.
I was born 91.
Okay.
So the first console I remember owning was my brother's Super Nintendo.
Oh, man.
And my brother's 7 years older than me. So he was sort of the... I'm out. I'm still in your life.
All right. Oh, okay, so much for that.
Now you're out.
Have fun. But you were saying he's 7 years older than you.
Right. So, as I was growing up, he was the one that had the consoles. Before I was old enough to even really know what a video game was, there were consoles in the house already.
Yeah.
We apparently had a regular Nintendo, the NES at some point, but by the time I was old enough to, have memories, it was not in the house. Might have been stolen, now that I think about it. Growing up, I had a copy of 101 Dalmatians that was just like the cover for it, right?
Yeah.
And no VHS in it.
Nice.
And one of the things I remember is getting a second copy of it and having that other blank thing, and it was always a mystery to me.
Yeah.
I don't know, just maybe thought everybody had one of those hanging around their house at that point, but
you got this.
I don't know. So, yeah, I had a Super Nintendo growing up, and me and my brother would play Super Mario Brothers on that all the time, and I wasn't particularly good at it, because, God, when that game came out, I must have been, 4?
Yeah.
So, yeah, just kind of always been present in my life to some degree, and the first game I remember beating was actually Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
On the PlayStation.
Nice.
And I think that game came out in, 99? So I was 8. Was the first game I beat.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, because my brother, he was in high school at that point. So he kind of, he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
But I remember him not failing, but he needed to focus a lot on, work and school over video games at some point. So he had been having trouble completing Metal Gear Solid, and that's the game I ended up, at first we were playing it together, and then I sort of learned how to play it, took over.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I guess it's just been ever since then. You know, N64, PlayStation, got the PlayStation 2 as soon as it released. I had a Dreamcast. There's not a console I don't think I've ever not played. You just change one of those to green?
Yes. We've lost. Like, we're on a losing streak of, I think, like, a bunch.
How do you change the team color? There you go. Ah. No.
Okay.
Get good.
Oh, God.
Random.
Yeah, the first game I ever beat was not a game that I beat. So I didn't really beat it.
Right.
It was my save file, but me and my brother, we were, you know, really young playing Majora's Mask. He's actually, I think, about your age. But we had Majora's Mask, and we were just like so in love with all of the masks that we wanted to get them all. However, at the time, we didn't, you know, we were young, we didn't have work ethic.
Right.
So, there was one of our family friends, you know, they had beaten the game. We were like, hey, you know, can you beat this for us? We can use all the masks. And the dude's like, yeah. So that's how we beat Majora's Mask. But since then, I've beat that game multiple times myself, just because I love it so much.
And you know, my brother, he's definitely more of the military kind of guy, you know. He had all the shooting games and all that.
Yeah.
I remember my friend, when I was young, his brother really liked Legend of Zelda. And that's actually where I played the first Smash Bros. Was over at their house for the first time.
Nice.
And, you know, I didn't know who Link was.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, he's from this game, Legend of Zelda. And I was like, oh, he's a really cool looking guy. You know, he's got a sword. Swords are cool. And I was talking to my brother, and I was like, hey, we should get Mom to get us this Legend of Zelda game. And he was like, oh, you don't want to play that. That's like that fantasy stuff. It's not cool like these other, you know, shooting games like Turok and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, all right. And, and then one day we went to it's called Replays. It's still in business around here.
Yeah.
And they had a copy of Ocarina of Time for like, oh wow, I'm already out. It was like $15 or something, and it had Game of the Year printed on it and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey Mom, this game says Game of the Year on it. It must be a really good game, and look, it's not as expensive as the other ones. So I was finally able to get my hands on Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
You just got knocked out. And, you know, it was a used game, so it already had some dude's save file on it.
Oh, man.
You know, that's the first thing I did is I loaded that up, and I was like, what is going on? So I got to see what it was kind of like, you know, as someone had beaten the game, but that meant nothing to me at the time. Yeah. And, you know, started a new game on that, and I beat it. But, you know, I never, like, 100% completed the game, right? Like, to me, that game was very hard to figure out. You know, you needed walkthroughs, and this was like, you know, 99, 2000, and, you know, I don't come from the most wealthy family in the world, so things like, we didn't really have internet at the time.
There it goes.
So things like 100% completing Ocarina of Time were just impossible tasks to me.
Yeah.
Like, people that did that were mythical to me at the time.
Yeah.
And, but when Majora's Mask came out, I was like, well, I have played Ocarina of Time, so I'm a Zelda fan now. You know? And as soon as that came out, you know, I begged my mom. She got me that, and you know, the expansion pack you had to have for it, because the N64 wasn't good enough. Yeah.
And then the memory cards and the controllers.
Right, and all the crazy stuff you had to do to get it to run, and that is the first Zelda game I 100% completed.
Nice.
And every now and then I still go back, and that's the game I want to play. That's the game I want to beat into the ground.
Yeah.
But to do that, I was like, I learned my lesson from Ocarina of Time, and I got the little Prima strategy guide.
Oh yeah, man.
Day one,
we had that too.
and it used old concept art for a lot of things, and I think a few of the pages were from the beta release of the game or something when they wrote the strategy guide. So I was like, well, that's not quite how you're supposed to do that here, and stuff like that. But
yeah,
I was able to get all the masks and do all the Skulltula houses and get all the pieces of heart.
That's a game where it's you practically have to have a strategy guide.
Oh yeah,
unless you want to just spend 40 hours figuring something out, like the Caffey challenge. That's
horrible quest line. It's a great quest.
Yeah, it's a great story, but it's just you have to be there at 3 o'clock. On the second day.
And to its credit, that Majora's Mask does a good job of telling you what you need to do. It's complex in its simplicity.
Yeah. But yeah, and I will say the whole oh my gosh, okay.
You gonna help over here, dude?
I'm trying to get up there. Oh my gosh. I have no idea what this map is. This is the first time I've ever played this map, and I think a computer just died by themselves. Okay, well, that's you. But you definitely learn once you do beat that first game and you get that sense of accomplishment, it is not worth it to try and get somebody to beat it for you. That mentality is just such a thing to do when you don't quite know the feeling of beating it yourself.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Legend of Zelda, I think for a lot of 90s kids, was just
pretty defining.
Yeah, and also I've heard a lot of people say they played with their siblings these video games, and that's what really made them fall in love with it. Because me and my brother, at the time, we just hated each other. But when we sat down and we played a video game, he would always win. When it was Super Smash Bros., he would always win. When it was Majora's Mask, he would always get further,
and stuff.
And get further and all that stuff, and know what I was. Give me advice on what I was doing, even when I didn't want it, because I had that whole I'm going to do it myself.
I'm a big boy.
Yeah, I'm a big kid. And then when we sat down, we were able to just we didn't hate each other.
Right.
I didn't hate that he was beating me in Super Smash Bros. I liked that we were chilling. And since then I think in when I was in 8th grade and he was in high school, we were finally all right, this is stupid. We're just going to be friends. But it's definitely a lot of video games have that where it's just people who aren't necessarily good at talking to each other, being in the same room, can just sit down and play video games.
Oh, absolutely.
We're just sitting here, just and this is not I'm sitting here talking. It's not forced at all. I can just sit here and relax and play, Super Smash Bros. Talking about stuff.
No doubt. I think we're doing better.
Oh yeah,
we're improving.
I think it was that. I think Ike and Marth were just stage fright for a bit, and every other character we played as was stage fright for a bit. Yeah, video games are definitely something that a lot of people can look back on with fond memories. It's kind of a lot of the Star Wars fans these days. Some of them tend to, fall in love with the feeling they had when they first saw Star Wars. Just because it's so sentimental. That's where a lot of Star Wars following comes from.
But you can never see Star Wars for the first time again.
Right. Yeah. And you can
never play a video game for the first time.
Right. Yeah, you can never I'm never going to be able to go back and have those moments with my brother. Oh, okay, have those moments with my brother where I'm just chilling, playing, and then Super Smash
and you go
Bros.
crazy if you're trying to always get that feeling.
Yeah.
You'd be like, well, why is anything working? You got to move on to life.
Yeah. You gotta try and get that feeling with something else, because a lot of times, you can't do something twice and get the same. Right. Where is Bowser Jr.? He's at 202%. Oh, I see him. He's about to die. No, maybe not. Okay, I'm about to die. I got too focused. Yeah, there goes Bowser Jr. I'm mad I didn't get a slam.
Yeah, he's back there with a borrowed life.
Alright. Get out of here. Okay.
Ooh, little mag.
Oh my gosh, I am not able to. I must have been high on damage.
Hi.
Hello. Yeah, we're just gonna move these guys over here. Just gonna relocate them real quick. Across the map.
This is getting intense. We have a shot, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hang back though, because
you're not looking too good.
They're all in their last life though, so if you can just kind of funnel them, I'll get any that come after me.
There you go. There's one. Oh god. There.
Through the defenses.
The wall is broken. Okay. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Come on.
Oh, I'm out, man.
Oh, come on. We got this.
They're all in the red. You just got to get that Ike smash on all of them.
Yeah, man. Ike smash is where it's at.
Oh, he hit the platform.
Yeah. Bye-bye. No, 1535. Sorry, we're trying to figure out, we've got a little timer that we're using to time our videos. I guarantee you it's past where it should be.
Not too bad. Looks like we'll finish this match and call it an episode.
We're fixing to finish. Oh, no!
Oh, don't drop it here at the end.
Oh, yeah, that was... Oh, man.
We finally did it.
We did it. We
had to drop the difficulty down a couple of times, but...
yeah, we did it. Yeah. What I'd be interested to do at some point is that Ganondorf challenge that you see other YouTubers do, where it's, Ganondorf sends people flying, but, you can't make him, go flying until he's at, 200%.
Maybe.
We'll do it at some point, but... Yeah, buddy. I may have put the team on my shoulders there.
Yeah, just a bit. Well, though, damage given... Okay, yeah. Well.
All right.
We'll see you guys next time.